Breaking news tonight, the FBI says the human remains found in Wyoming Sunday are missing 22-year-old Gabby Petito. The coroner saying that her manner of death was a homicide. Meanwhile, the search back on today for her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, considered a person of interest in this case. Let's get out to NBC News correspondent Vaughn Hilliard, who is in Venice, Florida. Vaughn, those autopsy results just coming in. What can you tell us?
Yeah, just here in the last 12 minutes is when this autopsy report here from Teton County coroner was just released by the FBI, and it was determined by the coroner that the initial determination for the manner of death is homicide. The cause of death remains pending final autopsy results. But here's the other part that is, I think, important to note, and that is from Special Agent in Charge Michael Schneider, who says this is particularly as it remains to Brian Laundrie, the fiancé in this case, says that Mr. Brian Laundrie has been named a person of interest. Anyone with information concerning Mr. Laundrie's role in this matter or his current whereabouts should contact the FBI. Again, the initial determination for the manner of death is homicide. This is out of Wyoming. Here in just these last 20 minutes, Allison, we are here at a location where authorities are currently searching and hoping to find Brian Laundrie. This is where his family reported that he went on a hike 1 week ago today after returning from Wyoming. But the issue was the family didn't report him missing until 4 days later on Friday. And essentially, the big question mark is what happened to him over the course of those 4 days. And now in the week since, his family said he went missing here from Florida. But even more concerning, right, is the fact that that is coming from just the family, Allison, reporting that he went missing on Tuesday. It may have been longer for as far as authorities right now are aware. It was 3 weeks ago, the family said, that he returned here, September 1st. Today, September 21st. There is, again, a 3-week period that Brian Laundrie been here in Florida. The question, though, is where is he now? As far as we are aware, his parents are still at their home about 20 minutes from this preserved location. Allison?
So, Vaughn, a question for you about this search, too. It was going on for a few days, and they called it off yesterday. They said they had exhausted all their options. I mean, this is a 25,000-acre wildlife refuge, so it's hard to believe that they had gone through everything. But now the search is back on today. Do we have any understanding of what may have triggered them, why they said, hey, we have to go back in there today?
We don't, and authorities have not provided information as to what led them to do so. Almost 24 hours passed in which this area was no longer being searched, and around sunrise this morning, authorities headed back in. They've had ATVs, they've had other high-powered vehicles, because a lot of this is essentially swampland here. We're talking about 40 square miles of preserve here, and again, this is there's a lot of hiking routes, biking routes here. A good amount of that, though, is underwater, and so far here this afternoon, police here in Northport said that they had no additional leads, no evidence had been discovered here. The question is, is this where he is at? His vehicle was supposedly brought here by Brian, according, again, to his family. They said that he drove here a week ago, left his vehicle, but they came then to come and try to track him down and find him. That is when they took his vehicle from here back to their home and then reported him the following day missing. So there's a gap here in which clearly the family was slow to inform authorities of Brian's whereabouts or the fact that he was missing. Again, though, we do not know the extent to which those parents of Brian Laundrie have cooperated or provided information here to the FBI. But at this hour, they are both believed to still be at their home. They have not been detained. Their home was yesterday, Allison, of course, though, searched over the course of hours by the FBI, and a good amount of documents and evidence was pulled out of that home.
Vaughn, obviously the headline today is that those remains found Sunday in Wyoming are, in fact, Gabby Petito, the initial manner of death, homicide. But just one more unusual thing, and there have been so many unusual circumstances here, but another thing that caught people's attention, the attorney for the Laundrie family and a lawyer for the Petito family had separate press conference scheduled today, both of them canceled. Do we have any sense of what was going on? Were they waiting potentially for the autopsy results? It seems like we're getting a lot of mixed messages about who's going to talk, what's happening, what's going on here.
Right. The Petito family, Gabby's family, they have said that they would be waiting for the autopsy report, for this coroner report to come out. Of course, here in the last 20 minutes, that's now what we have here. They have essentially gone silent over the last couple of days. Their saying in a statement that they needed time to grieve after it was reported that the body believed to be Gabby had been found in Wyoming. As for the Laundrie family, Brian Laundrie, the 23-year-old's family, they have not been on the record now for several days. They initially had a press conference that they were going to schedule here for today, but late last night, after they spoke with the FBI, the family attorney called off that press conference, saying because they had spoken to the FBI. Again, what does that family know? We do not have answers to. The Petito family, they're up in New York. Again, both of these families were originally from New York. The Laundrie family moved down to here several years ago. That is why there's this distance here. But the Petito family has called on the Laundrie family to please share what they know about not only Gabby, but also their son's whereabouts.